ladies and gentlemen, you're not going to believe this, but I found him. We found
each other.
We're going to stay together forever. No, we found each other, and it's happening for the first time ever. Paul Fay. Oh, I suppose the English-speaking call you Paul Fay, I suppose.
Yeah,
is that right? They do,
they do,
don't they? You don't want to know what they do
That's
with my
not a
name, but
problem.
yeah.
I'd actually like to.
Ladies and gentlemen, this young man is in the Westerwald region of Germany, and he got in touch, or we got in touch, and we agreed that it's high time we got together and, well, said hello, basically, and did something. And it's my thing, when I meet people that you've seen online, so hands, you've got to do hands. Yeah. When you meet people that you've seen online and heard about online, the thing, when you meet them for the first time in live, you get to smell them for the first time.
Yeah, I actually asked him about his perfume. So
We were sitting here at the organ, and he said, "You smell nice," which nobody has ever said to me at an organ before.
To explain, we just came back from Dubai, and he smells like Dubai.
I smell like Dubai.
In the malls, it smells like that. So that's
whatever
why
that means. I don't know what that means.
Yeah, you'll see.
Okay, I've never been to Dubai, so I don't know that. So this is very spontaneous. We have no idea what we're going to do.
That's actually true.
We've got a couple of hours, well, an hour and a half here in the church in Herschbach, and this is where it basically all started, isn't it? This is with sort of YouTube organ sort of stuff.
That's really interesting because I grew up watching your stuff.
Oh God! When he says
so it's like an idol for me, actually.
Actually, we worked out. I'm 2 times older than he is.
Yeah.
He's 26. I'm 52.
More experience, I guess. No, but it's really interesting because I saw you playing this organ and doing all the tutorial stuff. So that's how I started playing the organ.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, I started for fun and then I just browsed YouTube and
crazy.
Yeah, it's
crazy.
So you shaped the generation, I guess. So
how old were you back then?
I'm not sure. I started with 15, I'd say.
Yeah.
14, 15, maybe?
Well, but my first video was 9 years now.
9
years ago.
It fits. It actually fits.
God.
Yeah. It's really interesting to be here. So should
actually,
we just
now, why are you actually in this area? You're not here to see this.
I am.
Piece of musical history. You're here to see another piece of musical history.
Yeah, we're actually playing a concert in Marienstadt, which you've also toured. Mm-hmm. I mean, I watched a video about this. Mm-hmm. And it's really interesting because they have like a new choir organ division, and there's like an inauguration concert for that. So
and that's you.
That's why I'm here, and that's next week. And this week we're just here to
mess around.
Yeah, and say hi and just be in the area.
And say hi, yes. And of course, we should also say a huge thank you to Francie, who is standing behind the camera. Nobody ever really gets to see her, do we? She's this sort of secret, like me.
That's actually true.
I have my secret Vanessa behind the camera.
Yeah, we've never seen her, right?
Yeah, that's right. Well, she has her own channel.
Has she?
Yeah, Garden. Gartshore's Garden.
Oh, that's cool.
In German, though. And she likes gardening.
Oh, that's cool. We have to check that out.
Yeah.
Because we like gardening as well.
Do you have a channel?
Not yet.
Maybe
in the future.
That's secret.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
It's a secret.
It's a secret.
You didn't hear it here. No, it's a secret. You didn't hear it.
Oh, that's so cool.
It's cool, isn't it? Yeah. This is wonderful. Well, I feel very sort of privileged, that you say these things. And God, a generation of organists. That makes me feel quite.
It actually is
guilty.
A generation, right? 25 years.
It is. That is a full generation. You could be my son.
Oh.
Okay. Crazy. Well, here it is. Right, what are we going to do? I don't know. Shall I show you this little organ? When you know this organ, you've heard it many times. You know it.
That's actually true. But I mean, we could just start with the.
Something that's quite interesting, actually, is if you wouldn't mind coming around here, checking this out. The organ was installed here. Oh, this is the original. This is not the original console, obviously. But the organ was installed back in 1915 by this guy called Karl Horn, who was a very well-known romantic organ builder from Limburg. We're in the Bistum of Limburg here. The Bistum, what's that in English? Diocese.
Diocese, yeah.
The Diocese of Limburg. That's between Cologne and Frankfurt, if you don't know where we are in Germany. And this organ in Herschbach was actually the largest horn organ around. Sadly, there's not an awful lot of horn left in it. It's been renewed and added to and taken away. Things have happened to it over the years. And don't film that sign there. There was another organ builder who messed it up in the 80s, as a lot of things happen. You know about this.
Yeah,
the
that's.
organ.
I mean, the home organ I had was the same. So we lived like next to a church, and it was the same with like 1980. They just Baroqueized.
It's awful, isn't it? It's horrible what they did. There were all these historical movements in German organ building world, and
That's true.
they didn't really improve on anything, did they?
No, it just changed.
Oh, he's so politically
I'm very
correct.
natural.
Don't be politically correct. Tell the truth. But a lot of the things. Actually, the surprising thing is you'll probably have done some B-roll of the organ case and the church and things like that. It's a very Baroque church. The church is 1749, something like that. And it's lovely. The Baroque organ case, which is slightly squint. It's quite safe, though it won't fall over. But you come up to the organ and you think, hold on a minute, this is a romantic organ. It's like on the swell alone, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 8-foot stops.
Didn't notice that.
One 4-foot stop and a very bizarre harmonia ethera mixture. That's just all 8-foot. And down here as well, principal, gemson, gamba, holfer, quintet on the grate. 2 4-foots and a 2-foot flute, typical German romantic, a 2-foot flute, not even a 2-foot principal anywhere to be seen. 3 to 4 rank mixture and the most disgusting trumpet you've ever heard in your life.
Okay.
In fact, show us the disgusting
please.
trumpet. It's disgusting.
That's very slow.
It's very slow.
That's not that bad.
You think so?
Yeah, it's a bit cringy.
Try it in conjunction with the posana on the pedal. It's even worse.
Yeah, it's a bit.
It's,
it's a bit narrow.
it's
I guess
it's not the
compared
nicest.
to the ones I've played today already. So
He's been playing in Marienstadt today with its wonderful Spanish trumpets,
Yeah,
and
I'm spoiled for
beautiful.
today.
It's a really beautiful instrument, that has to be said. Having said that, there are some really lovely things on this organ. My favourite combination is actually one of the softest combinations.
Okay.
Up on the swell, we have this a flauto amabile, which is a beautiful sort of open flute on its own, but together with this dolce, which is the softest stop on the organ. Yeah. It's lovely, and both of those together, it's just this delicious. You can even close down the swell. We've got this beautiful. Oh, I love that.
Yeah, that's nice.
That's how I start every church service here.
Really?
Sort of 5 or 6 minutes before the service starts, I start.
Oh, you do
playing.
that?
Yeah, I do.
Oh,
Very
interesting.
British.
Yeah, it's not common.
It's not
here,
common in Germany.
So that's
is
why
it?
I'm
I do.
asking. Yeah.
I mainly do it to shut the people up downstairs. So many people come into the church to catch up and gossip, and I start playing just to calm them down a little bit. The other thing I love are the strings. We have a variety of strings. There's one celeste, but we have technically three different string
that's
sounds
true.
that you can put with it. So you have the salitional, which is the biggest one. Yeah, which is quite nice.
Yeah.
There's theoretically the dolce, which is
Doesn't really
a little bit, it doesn't quite work, it's
Yeah.
a bit too soft, but my favorite is the aeoline. And that is gorgeous. Now here's the fun bit. If I couple that down to the grate, I have an octave coupler as well. And guess what? Guess what? There's an extra few pipes at the
Really?
top, so it doesn't
Really?
stop there.
Really?
It keeps
I just
going.
want to ask,
It
yeah.
keeps going, so it's rather. Now this is a tiny little village organ, isn't that gorgeous?
That's really cool. Yeah.
I think that's beautiful. And I can keep going. A little bit goes up to C there, but that's not bad, is it?
That's amazing, actually.
And of course, with the
It's
swell,
rare to
beautiful
see
close.
these. Yeah.
It's very rare, yeah.
In this kind of work.
And of course, you can hear all the clickety-clack of the.
It has to be like that.
What's Kegellade in English? Cone chest, I think, isn't it?
Don't know.
Cone chest?
I don't know.
Cone
It could
chest,
be.
I think. I
It
think it's
could
cone
be,
chest, yeah. Isn't that lovely?
It's wonderful.
It's lovely. And of course, if you really want, you can get all these, if you get most of the 8-foots, not the gamba's horrendous.
Okay.
But all of this together, lovely big violon down on the pedal. And all these 8-foots together, I suppose we could have the oboe tune as well. And it's actually very French.
It's a French oboe after all.
It is, after all, a French oboe, even such.
Okay.
That's not bad, is it?
No, it's impressive actually.
It's not bad.
And you can just play with this well too.
Exactly. Give
Get
it a
this
little bit of
crescendo.
something. Yeah, this is actually on its own. That's quite a nice. Of course, with the temperatures we have, the oboe's well out of tune. Oops. great sound.
Yeah.
Doesn't really
Yeah, it's
do
not.
very much, doesn't really do very much.
Nah.
That was the tremolo. The tremulant doesn't do very much, I'm afraid.
That's true. Oh,
I think there's a big hole in the tremulant. I think that's why.
probably.
I think that's why. So yeah, but that's
I
it
see.
basically. Things I never use on the organ are this, the
Yeah,
gum.
now it
I
gets
think.
interesting. Oh yeah.
I don't know what that's even supposed to be. It doesn't speak.
True. It's just.
Exactly, it's just weird. It's just like a goat with a cold. I don't know what it's.
Oh.
It doesn't do anything. So I never use that.
It's nice
Oh,
to
sorry.
hear.
Oh, sorry.
No, not really.
Not really. No.
Yeah.
Not really.
Okay.
Yeah, if you're doing that kind of stuff, real sort of long chords,
It works, right?
it
But
kind
not
of works,
for-
but it's not. I'm not sure what kind of sound that's supposed to be. And as a solo stop, it's useless, and as that, it's too
Yeah,
sort of
yeah,
thin.
yeah,
You
yeah,
can
yeah.
sort of fatten it up a
With
bit
a flute.
flute.
Yeah.
It kind of sounds like a big English
Yeah,
diapason
but
then,
it
but
doesn't sound right. Yeah.
it doesn't sound
No,
great.
no,
Yeah,
no.
it's a weird instrument. It has its things.
Oh, but this is nice. What's this? Like quintatune?
That's nice.
Yeah, that's cool.
That's really
that's
nice.
cool.
That's very,
Yeah.
very nice. We don't have any mutation stops on the organ. There's no tune to thirds, one and a third,
True,
one,
true,
3/4. There's nothing like that.
So you need that,
So
yeah.
you need that actually to add just a it just brightens up the 8 foot just a little bit if you have those. The principle's huge, but if you brighten that up with this, yeah, that'll do. Sort of gives it just a tiny little edge.
Yeah.
Sadly, no 2 foot principle. That's one thing I would definitely change on the organ. And there's not even a 4 foot principle on the swell that you
I
could
see,
couple down
I
at
see.
the octave.
I just
you see?
thought about
There's-
that,
Yeah,
yeah.
exactly.
Bad
I can
man.
read your mind. There's none of that, unfortunately. The mixture up on there is okay. This mixture is very big. And that's about as big as I would ever go during a church service if it's full. We're coming up to Carnival season in
Interesting.
Germany.
Interesting. Yeah.
And that's the second time in the year I get the church full.
I've heard.
Christmas and
You already
Carnival.
told me.
Yeah, and Carnival
that's
time I
cool.
get to play Carnival tunes, and I get to play full organ for that.
That's cool.
Which is
But
kinda
it's
cool.
pretty soft for this many stops, right?
If you show the audience where we're sitting beside
that's
the
why.
organ. You see,
That's
all the
why.
sound is going out that way, except the 16-foot prosano, which speaks right back into the corner.
That's perfect.
As you can see, mitred back towards the organ. Everything's going out to the church, so your recording down in the church will pick it up rather nicely.
Yeah, yeah.
It does have a lovely sound in the room. Because of that flat roof, it sort of shoots the sound right to the back of the church.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then it sort of meanders about the building rather nicely.
Sounds good, yeah.
It is a good sound. It's nice for choral work, and it's also good to record here, which I've done many times. funnily enough.
We know. We all
One
know.
time. And I've now sampled it for Hauptwerk as well.
Have you?
Yes, I have.
Really?
I have.
Okay.
I'm processing it still. It's very time consuming.
Just wanted to ask. Yeah.
Very time consuming, but it's going to sound really rather good. I'm very impressed with
Okay.
it, even if I do say so myself.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
yeah. Right.
Sounds exciting.
Yeah. I think we should.
You have to
play
tell me all about it, actually, because I'm very interested in how that works. But
You don't have time, trust me.
Yeah, probably.
Actually, it is. I think it's a wonderful thing, and organs need to be sampled so that we can save them.
I mean, it's some kind of preservation, right?
Exactly,
So
it's a kind of preservation.
Like, yeah, true,
I
true,
think
true,
we need
true,
to do that, and organs are being heard less and less and less in real buildings these days, as we know. Churches all around the world are sadly closing down or being used for other purposes, and the organs in there may never be heard again. So I think it's a wonderful idea to get as many of them preserved as possible. And if we can preserve them using Hauptwerk, brilliant. We can keep playing them. Wonderful.
That's a nice idea,
Yeah,
actually.
yeah, and it's working. I have a very long list of organs waiting to be sampled.
Really? Okay.
We're up to,
I see.
we're up to
I see.
almost 18. Well, no, yes, we're getting up to 18 organs on my waiting list to be
18.
sampled.
Oh my.
All
That's
around
a
the
lot.
world. I've no
That's a
idea where
lot.
I'm going to find the time to do it, but it's going to be a labor of love, as they say, and
So to say, yeah.
I don't think it's going to be very lucrative, unfortunately. But that's not the point.
Not sure.
That's not the point.
Okay, wow.
That's not the point, but it's we need to keep these instruments being heard. I think that's very important.
Yeah, that's true.
I
I mean, that's what we're here for.
That's what we're here for, exactly. I think you should play something on
Should I?
my little organ.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
And then I think we should have some fun, don't you?
We should, yeah. Just pull out all of these stops and see what it can do. Can it actually handle it with the air and stuff?
I'm going to...
We're gonna find out. So, okay, so I'm just gonna pull out all of this. Let's leave this super couplers away. Yeah, maybe not.
Everything. Oh my God! All right. Now
Yeah, it's a real test for your organ. So
let's see.
we're just gonna-
I would never do that.
Really?
It doesn't.
I'm surprised actually,
I was
even with the
surprised.
quint, right?
Yeah, I was surprised. Nice one.
Okay. No, but it's very interesting.
We'll do
As
it.
you said, it's pretty interesting with the trumpet, which
Yeah.
doesn't really fit, right? Oh, I did something wrong.
You switched everything off. Yeah.
Yeah.
HR.
HR. Yeah, it's interesting with these. I never really understood them, why that's there.
Yeah, that's.
Especially this. I used to learn on the organ which had these and also
Oh.
had these stops up here. It doesn't. Yeah, but I think I really like the flutes and
The
stuff.
flutes are lovely.
Yeah, right. So. Yeah, it's amazing.
It's lovely. That's my favourite stop on the organ, actually.
I understand why. Yeah, the soft stops really shine. That's cool. Okay. It really adds to it, right?
It does, doesn't it?
Oh wow.
Yeah. That's all the strings on their own there. That's nice, doesn't it? It does lead to that kind of playing as well, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. It's the organ, I guess.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it's really nice. Like for a communion kind of setting.
Yep.
And with the flute as well. I really like the flute as it's like.
And what you can do is you can take the 4-foot flute an octave lower, which is very soft
an
but
echo.
rather lovely.
Yeah, it's amazing. I think it really shines with the string stops and
Yeah.
soft stops,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
That's really cool.
It's a very small sort of representation of what the German Romantic organ builders could do. With
That's
8
actually
foot
true.
stops,
That's
with 8
actually
foot
true.
stops. Yeah, the other stuff, there isn't much of the other stuff.
Yeah, I'm
There's
actually
1 4
shocked
foot
that
flute
it's
up
like
there,
all 8
It's
foot
just,
here.
it's all
It's
8 foot.
really interesting. That's really
right.
interesting. I'm just gonna take a photo for Instagram
Ooh.
because I've never seen that. I mean, it's like almost too much.
It is, isn't it?
Yeah, but it works. I mean, it really works. That's
I
so
thought you
cool.
were going to take close-ups and have cleaned everything.
Ew, it looks disgusting. No, that's fine. But can you actually play something you would play for Carnival? Because
Carnival,
you mentioned that earlier. Yeah.
Yeah.
Please do.
Okay.
I'm actually interested because in the part of Germany where I live, we don't really have that. So it's like a Western thing to.
Western? I've never
I mean a Western Germany thing
That's so cool.
to do that because in the parts of Leipzig we don't celebrate Carnival at all.
No. I think I need to move.
Everyone
back.
hates it actually. So it's like I'm very interested what you're playing here. So let's
Okay.
go.
I don't know. Which one shall we do? Let's do something that might not get a copyright claim on it.
Yeah, that's good.
I'm not in carnival mood yet. Yeah, let me see. What could we play? What would be a good carnival tune? When they march into the church. This is.
Okay.
I think this year I have to record the whole service really because it's people wouldn't believe it until they've seen it.
I guess.
All these people dressed up in sort of Cologne carnival style, with the fancy hats, with the big feathers, the carnival prints and everything, and they march into the church down
really?
the aisle.
Okay.
And as I'm playing this tune, which I think it's called Der Schmucke Prinz, I think that's what it's actually
Okay.
called.
Okay. That's cool. That's actually really cool. And it just lightens your mood, right? That's interesting.
that's
what
it.
music can do.
Isn't it great? And believe it or not, there are a few churches around here that do that. Actually, in Cologne, in the cathedral, they have a carnival service as well, where they do this
Really?
kind of music too.
I don't know. I actually honestly don't
Yeah,
know.
they do.
Okay,
They do.
okay,
And
okay.
and I'm not going to say anything against any of the organists in Cologne, but let's just say it would be more fun if they let me play the carnival.
I see. We should let him there, I guess.
And of course, when
I
we have
see.
it's when the priest goes up to do his sermon in the church, he does it in rhyme form.
Ah.
And he does it with a lot of humor. So you have these, in the carnival,
Really?
they have these, it's
Okay.
like stand-up comedy kind of thing. And you have all these people doing their acts, and at the really funny parts, where you would have maybe the drummer on his cymbal would go ka-ching and do a sort of a, where everyone starts
Yeah,
clapping.
yeah.
And the band would always play a ha, 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 ha. And I do that on the organ during
I
the
see.
sermon, during the carnival service. It's bananas.
It's a different world, I guess.
It's a very different
never
world.
heard about that, and I'm German, so you're not even German.
I'm not even German, exactly. I've lived here almost as long as you've been alive.
So
How about that?
okay, yeah, sorry. I'll take it.
I'm probably more German than you are, probably.
I guess.
Yeah. You're
I
young,
guess.
you see.
I
You're
guess,
the next generation.
Oh, well.
I'm still generation. Am I still Generation X? Probably. I don't know.
I'm not sure what I'm called. Either.
I don't know. I don't understand it. It's very difficult. But yeah, this. I don't know. It's
It's a lovely instrument.
It
actually.
is. It's a lovely little instrument. It can kind of do everything.
Yeah, I think so.
It can. I mean, I don't. Anyone who knows me and my channel knows that I'm not the greatest fan of playing Bach organ music. Or just
Not to make fun of that.
no, not at all. Or the exact opposite. This is me and this is Paul. So this is these are the ages. That's pretty much